How we doing, everybody? How we feeling today? It's another Tuesday, lovely Tuesday afternoon. We find ourselves once again here hanging out during the live stream. This is our Q&A hangout chill session before, of course, we do the live stream giveaway going down this Thursday. I am very much looking forward to this next live stream giveaway. But again, we're going to have some promotions going on today to help you guys out, of course, increase your odds of winning said giveaway. But let me know in the chat that you are here. And, of course, do me all a solid and make sure to share this around with as many people as possible. Let people know that we're live, that people want to be here to hang out, not only with the Airsoft community, but with myself as well, but to also increase their odds of winning said giveaway and just ask their questions as well if you're looking for, especially if you're a beginner player, especially if you are a newer player starting off, and you do have some questions, maybe looking for product recommendations, my opinions on certain things. Bear in mind, I've been playing since fucking forever, 15 years, going on 16 years soon. I've been doing this for a very, very, very long time, so I do know my way around a few things here and there. It's not my first time at the radio, so make sure to go ahead and ask your question. Of course, I'm going to be answering questions all night long. The stream is going up until 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for all my East Coast boys out there, which appreciate you guys staying up as well, tuning in for this live stream. I always appreciate every single one of you guys' views, whether you are from West Coast, the freaking Midwest, or if we're talking, you know, all the way out on the Eastern Seaboard. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. It means the absolute world to me that you guys continue to spend your free time hanging out with myself and, of course, the rest of the Airsoft community. But it would mean even more to me if you were able to give this live stream a like as well. Give a thumbs up. Let us know you guys like the content that you are seeing. Again, it has mileage. It has its mileage. It definitely gets taken very, very seriously, because more likes mean YouTube actually does its job and lets our content grow organically and actually notifies people when we are live and we do these sorts of things. But let's see who we got in the chat so far. Trace Heilman, what's up, dude? Good to have you here. Trace, Tristan Dotson, what's up, man? Good to have you here as well. Retro Artifacts, hey, what's up, Retro? Good to see you again. COW Leather, what's up, man? Good to have you here as well. Genesis Martinez, welcome back. Welcome. Mr. 7710, good to have you here, buddy. RPG Lovers, what's up, dog? Wigdy Airsoft, hello. Welcome back. Ooh, Retro, that is a great question. I'll be answering that very, very soon. Let me just start saying hi to everybody else. Brewer, my dog, how you doing? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing excellent. I'm doing fantastic. Nothing terrible has happened. No one's dead, right? No one's dead. No one's deathly ill right now in the family. Yeah, man, everything is good, and hopefully things can stay that way, you know? I know it's a kind of a running joke that I have with my family, that the minute it seems like I have my shit together, something bad always happens. So hopefully that doesn't prove true this time around. I'm really hoping for a good spell of good things happening, or at the very least, nothing terrible going on in my life. You know what I mean? Like nothing tragic occurs, right? Victor, how you doing, man? How you doing? How you feeling, buddy? ZB Hardcase, what up, man? Good to have you here as well, dude. Darkest of Trees, my brother. Good to have you here as well, my friend. Good to have you. Would be incomplete without you. SoCal Veteran, hello. Can't wait to get my Mayo Gang Mystery Box. San Diego checking in. Hey, that's what's up, baby. That's what's up. J of D, my dog, how you doing? Tony C, hello. Good to have you here as well. DJ Gaming Chan, hello. Good to have you here as well, my friend. Guys, it is good to see every single one of you, but make sure to go and share this around to as many people as possible. We do have a discussion topic for tonight. You guys can read the title, Will I Ever Quit Airsoft? Right? And what does it mean to even quit entirely, right? Because there's a couple of, I noticed there's at this time and place, or this culture right now in Airsoft, I do notice that there is a much faster, higher turnover rate for people that are in the scene as well. And I just wanted to go on and talk about that a little bit as well, in addition to a number of other items. New products, which I will be teasing as well, that are going to be coming out very, very soon, that we're working on. One of them I was not expecting, but I'm glad is going to be a thing very, very soon. But if you do have any Airsoft-related questions or looking for recommendations, like I was saying, feel free to go and ask away in the live chat. Just put the letter Q, obviously, right for your question. It's going to make it significantly easier for me to spot and identify. I'm going to wait for a few questions to go ahead and build up. But in the meantime, I do want to go ahead and remind everyone that, again, we do have our live stream giveaway happening in 2 days. It's happening in 2 days. It's going to be going down this Thursday like we always do. We've been doing this for years. You guys know the drill. But for all my newer players, you're going to want to pay attention here. every $20 or greater order that you would normally place will get you entered into a giveaway automatically. There's no additional cost of entry. There's nothing else you have to do other than just watching the live streams. There's literally nothing else that you need to do, right? But during the duration of the live streams, I like to throw in extra promotions to help you guys out and maximizing your potential of winning. And you guys see it right there. It's always in the same... There we go. That was twitching the other way. It's always in the same spot. It's always going to be in the same spot on the left-hand side, where every $50 you spend will be getting you 2 entries as opposed to just 1, right? So this is the perfect opportunity to get yourself something nice, something fancy, man, something cool, you know? So I want to go ahead and draw your attention as well. These are the rules for the giveaway. You can go ahead and read them for yourself. I do need to update one thing on there, but for the most part, it's still up to date. So feel free to go ahead and give that a read. Strongly encourage you to do so. If you don't believe anything I'm saying, feel free to go and read it yourself. But the Mayo Gang mystery box. This has been the biggest thing that is happening right now, and I, for one, am incredibly happy that it's finally. Let me shrink this size up. There, it makes it a little easier. 1 second. There we go. That's better. There we go. The Mayo Gang mystery box, man. We've been teasing this for some time, like 2 weeks prior to releasing it. This prize list is fucking crazy, dude. It's absolutely wild. This thing, I mean, look at this, right? Let's go through it. We got hella customs, hella premium high-end guns. Is that an M3? Yes, that's right. That's the Carl Gustav, baby. The recoilless rifle, bro. I freaking love this thing. HK M110, a variety of MP5s on here. You got some ACR Masadas as well, some gas blowbacks, LCT AKs. Oh my goodness, MGC4s. Like again, I can go on and on and on. Maruyama, it's VFC gas blowback stuff as well, dude. Like it's fucking crazy. Tokumarui MWS as well. Like come on, you genuinely cannot beat the prizes that we're offering in this mystery box. And of course, it comes automatic with free UPS ground shipping. I will leave a link to that into the live chat for everyone to check out for themselves. If you guys haven't been keeping up with our social media, the CTAs that I've been posting up, the stories that I've been posting out on Instagram, we've already started shipping these out. And I'm telling you, man, we're packing the... I had to stop and actually look at everything. Like, I had to halt shipping for a second or two so I could see exactly what they're shipping out. Bruh, there are going to be some happy, ecstatic, overjoyed Airsoft players that are going to be opening these mystery boxes. I'm telling you, man, I wish I could order one of these because these things are fucking sweet. Oh, dude, I am genuinely so pumped to see what people are getting because I know they're going to be happy. I want to see their reactions. But we also have plenty of stuff that is also going to be discounted as well. Everything from airsoft guns, tactical gear, accessories, and essentials as well. I leave links to the sales page on the website. Make sure to take advantage of it. Again, best time to do so is during the live streams so you can maximize the promotion going on and get more entries in. But with that being said, why don't we go ahead and get into the topic for tonight, and I'll also be answering some questions as well. I'll ask you guys this question. You can give your answer as well. Will I ever quit Airsoft? Will you guys? Do you foresee yourself at any point in your life truly quitting Airsoft? And what I mean by that is someone that is going to completely remove themselves from the hobby, someone that's going to completely remove themselves from the community, is never going to be active in any sort of chats or whatever, or any sort of pages for it. This goes beyond just like, oh yeah, I'm taking a break from playing a little bit, right? Because you can still be in the community and not play Airsoft. People forget that there's a huge portion of Airsofters that don't actually play on fields. There's a huge number, I would say a huge percentage of Airsoft guns that, again, that we sell whenever they go out. I would say at this point, maybe it's a 50-50 toss-up whether they're actually going to be a player or they're just doing it to collect. There's a huge number of people that just buy stuff just to collect it, just to have it, right? Because it looks cool. And that's understandable. That's totally valid. There's nothing wrong with that by any stretch of the imagination. I get the collecting side of it as well. The difference is I like to play with the collecting stuff, even though if I'm not really supposed to, or if it's just supposed to be more of a collector's display type of beat, I don't care. I'm going to play with it. I am going to play with it at some point or another. Even if it sucks, I'm still going to use it, right? That's just part of the vibes, man. That's just part of the assignment. But again, let me know what you guys think. Do you think you will ever quit Airsoft? For myself personally, I don't really foresee myself ever truly quitting Airsoft. Because even if I were rendered fairly immobile, I will still want to collect. Right, I'll still want to collect Airsoft guns and buy myself stuff that I think are really cool and put together whole loadouts and kits, which in and of itself is a whole other rabbit hole, right? That is a deep dive that you can spend years doing, literally years. maybe even the entirety of your life, right? And never fully finish building every single kit that exists out there, right? The possibilities are literally endless at that point. But let me know what you guys think as well. I'm gonna go on and answer some questions I saw from the very, very top. Decent full metal LMG retro artifacts. Okay, so for LMGs, it's actually gonna be kind of interesting. There are a few LMGs that you can get that are decent out the box, but there's none that I would usually say that are going to be really competitive, if that makes any sort of sense. A lot of the LMGs that you find these days are not going to be the most competitive thing compared to a lot of the innovations that have been brought into, let's say, like the AR, the M4, right, or even the AK, right, and those two rifle platforms. For rifles, the technology has gotten so much better. For LMGs, not as much, unfortunately. If you wanted, like, probably the best buildable LMG that you can get, let's see here. I'm pretty sure yes, we do. Yes, we do. This is, I'm not gonna lie, this is the best priced LMG that you can get right now. Classic Army M249. It's the Mark 46 version SPW. It doesn't come included with the box mag. That's the one downside. But here's the good news about that. Because it doesn't come included with the box mag, it's actually going to be significantly cheaper. It's going to be going for $326 right now. This is a fucking steal. This is around the price that I paid for mine when I first got it. Because I have this exact one. I have completely built it out. And this is my workhorse. You know, this is, if I'm going to Milsom West, I'm doing that 48-hour nonstop operation, and I need an LMG that's going to work. No matter what might happen to it, no matter what abuse it may experience, I can always count on this thing working, right? And even if there is a problem, it's something that's going to be very easy to fix right then and there on the field. So you honestly can't go wrong with something like this. But it also depends on what you mean by, like, I don't know, I guess best, right? I like this one a lot, and I would definitely recommend this to anyone that's either looking for just a solid deal, looking for something a little bit more unique than your standard rifle, and want something cool. This would be the one that I would go with, because considering all the A&Ks are based off of this particular model. The A&K brand 249s are based off the Classic Army one. The Classic Army is the OG. But with that being said, it is older. It definitely needs a little bit of TLC in order to get to that really competitive, you know, status that you usually see on a lot of YouTube videos when people have these built-out LMGs. Yeah, you definitely need to build it out. But this is the easiest one to do it on, if that makes any sort of sense. But I like this one as is. If you were just looking to, you know, maybe not game with it too hard, stick with the lower voltage 7.4 LiPo battery, yeah, I would say you can use this as is. I just, again, because I know the internals of this, they're not terrible, but they definitely could be better. You know, and I feel like that's the same for pretty much most LMGs out there. I've had the A&K version. Obviously, I own the Classic Army one. That's one I currently use now. I've owned RPKs, which arguable whether or not they're LMGs. I consider them, and that's probably the second easiest because, again, it is still using just a version 3 gearbox. But, again, it's kind of hard to really classify that as an LMG, even if it is or does deserve that sort of status, right? It just depends. All right, I want to move on to the next question because I saw there was a few more. How in the Sam hell am I second? I don't know, bro. That's hilarious. Don't you have replacement charging handle springs for the HK 416 CQB? Or do I have? That is a very specific question. 416 spring. I don't think we do. At least not that I'm currently aware of. I might have to ask our tech, see if we have one in our sort of like collection, our bins of like boneyard stuff, just small pieces like that. I don't think we would, to be honest. At least not anymore that I remember. I'm looking up right now to double check just to be sure. 416. Yeah, I don't see any currently. Again, we might end up having one. It might be like a very old SKU. I'd have to dig for it, but I will ask around for you, man. I definitely do not mind asking around for you. Scrolling down. Why would you monkey's paw yourself like that? I know, right? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. I just say it out loud and it's automatically gonna. I'm gonna call it right now. It's like, oh, this so-and-so died. Excellent. Perfect. Just my luck, dude. Just my luck. Guys, I see we're at 34 congruent viewers. Make sure to go ahead and leave a like on this live stream. And if you do have any Airsoft-related questions, make sure to go ahead and let me know down below in the live chat with the letter Q right for your question, and I will come to it as soon as I possibly can. And, of course, we have our discussion topic for tonight. Will you ever quit Airsoft? Will I ever quit Airsoft? The answer for me is no, but let me know what you guys say as well. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to think about that as well. Scrolling down. Rip Aussie. Yeah, dude. Freaking Miss Savage 710. Yeah, I was okay. I'm gonna be honest. I might say something. I was more sad when Ozzy died than I was for Hulk Hogan. I'll be honest. Like, if Hulk Hogan is like someone's hero out there, hey, you know what? Like, I'm not going to take that away from anybody. I personally don't really like him too much as a person. But, hey, you know what? I can't deny how big of a stardom that dude, like, got. You know what I mean? Like, everyone knows who Hulk Hogan is, right? Everybody knows who he is. But I always just, like, between the two, I was more sad when Ozzy died. I was more sad when he passed, man. This gun's from DJ Gaming. If I scratch the gun, does that void the warranty? It's a case by case type of deal. You know what I mean? If it's just for like, hey, I need a warranty service, but I think I got a scratch on there, it's not gonna. That's not gonna do anything. You know what I mean? That doesn't really void the warranty at all. It's not like. It also depends too on how big the scratch. If it's like tiny, like tiny, you can't even see it. Sometimes it can, sometimes it doesn't. It's not going to void the warranty, though, if you're looking just for, like, a repair service. As long as you haven't touched any of the internals, then, yeah, you should be okay. Scrolling down. A lot of wood knocking incoming. Yeah, dude, seriously. James Martinez, headphones in or out when playing Airsoft? Well, if it comes to actually, like, you're talking about, like, actual headsets, I usually have them on when I'm playing. Just because a lot of the fields that I play, I typically do require hard ear protection. Even though I don't really like the idea of it being mandatory. You know what I mean? Like, as long as my eyes and face are... Honestly, even then, as long as my eyes are protected, I feel like anyone should be allowed to just go in and play. As long as they have anti-rated eye protection that's full seal, I think that's all that should be required. For me, personally. But it's not my field. I'm not the owner. I don't have to deal with the liabilities. I don't have to deal with all that stuff. So it makes sense why they would maybe start leaning towards, hey, you have to have everything covered. So I just wear headsets. It just makes it a lot safer. Safer, right? I use that in air quotes in the eyes of the field refs and the rules, what have you. I personally, again, if I have the option not to run them, I will run nothing. I'll run them out. I don't care. Now, if you're asking about like, you know, like earbuds or something to listen to music, I've never tried that because I always want to be able to hear. I feel like I'm impairing myself, but hey, you know what? That could be considered a challenge. You know, if it's a little too easy to get those kills, you could very well just go ahead and, you know, pop an earbud or two in. That way you're just completely deaf to everything around you, and you just got to work on your eyes and reflexes only. Abraham Sanchez, how goes it, bro? It be going, man. Abraham, it be going pretty well. I'm not going to lie. Again, nothing bad happening. Knock on wood. Nothing bad happened, and I want to keep it that way. I did security for Ozzy. Ooh, damn, that was at his book signings back in 2013. That's crazy, dude. That's freaking crazy. That must have been kind of cool, though, to get that close. I'm going to see if I can bring my rocket launcher for a while. Yes, Victor, you reminded me. Yes, guys, I've been getting into the habit of trying to, like, make sure I let everybody know. So it's all on you. If you're like, I didn't get the invite. The invite's open to everybody. Invite's open to everyone. August 16th, it's going to be a Saturday. That's going to be in, what is that, 3 weeks? That's going to be in like a little over 2 weeks. Right, in 2 weeks, I'm going to be going to Wildlands Airsoft Park, otherwise known as Jungle Island Paintball. I'm going to be going there with the boys. I got my man Dark Tree. I got potentially Victor. I got Brewer, Seabass as well. Hopefully we can get some more guys. RPG lovers, I think you said you were going to be down as well. Again, if anyone is in the area around that time, or just, you know, wants to make the trip out there to come play with us, it'll be absolutely freaking fantastic to hang out with every single one of you guys. So open invite for everyone. Everyone's more than welcome to pull through and hang out. I love playing with you guys. I really do. It means a lot that I'm able to hang out with you guys as well. The guys are the homies, man. Just got the mystery box, hoping for something good. Jarek Zepp, Hey, my man. If you ordered it right now during the stream, hey, you got yourself those extra entries, bro. Guys, follow suit. Again, look at the prize list. I'm not making this up. This prize list is fucking nuts. Look at this. Customs. That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. And again, some premium stuff on here as well. Just the fact that we're even including the Maruyama VFC gas blowback stuff, whether it be the ISO 556, whether it be the 5PC carbine or the Pro PW. Hell, we even got the FMG9 in here. The FMG9, the assassin gun, the folding gun, it's on here, man. And then if you scroll down as well, MCX, of course. We had to get the cool DSR and the M200s. Again, just some fucking flexes, you know? These are freaking sweet. But, of course, we got the TM MWS gas blowbacks on here as well. These are freaking cool, dude. I can't Oh, and of course, I actually forgot. I actually completely forgot. Oh, that took me by surprise. I completely forgot that we had the Saiga 12 SBS on here. Look at that. That's freaking sweet. That's freaking sweet, dude. I can't make this up. This prizes was actually perplexing me when we were putting this together, because a lot of this was Bossman's choices that he put on here. We worked together to try to find some cool stuff, and he was literally asking me, do you think this gun's cool? I was like, hell yeah. And he's like, all right, cool. We added it on there. I was like, god damn, hell yeah. You know, so I was super pumped for this. VMP2's on there as well. There's some really cool freaking prizes on this thing, man. Odds are you're gonna be very happy with what it is that you get, brother. You're gonna be very, very happy. I'm gonna see you bring your rocket. And yes, Victor is also making a homemade rocket launcher. Check out his Instagram. I'm sure you'll be able to go and see the videos there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's freaking cool, dude. That's freaking sick. How much distance can you get off that thing now? Very curious. Can't wait for the Mayo Gang mystery box. Hope I get a custom gun. Hey, it could happen, dude. It's completely random what you get, Mario. It really, really is random. Read it to me. Too lazy to read, bruh. Too lazy to walk from the staging area to the field. Too lazy to read now, bruh. It's getting worse, dude. We gotta stop. You ever had that where you're so lazy you don't even bother reading things anymore, bruh? That's a mood. Can't wait to get mine, Tony C. Absolutely, absolutely. Serenade me with your guttural tone. What the fuck? My was marked ready for pickup, but was already almost 5 feet. I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, you can always just come by tomorrow to pick it up, dude. You're local. You're local. Joshua Landers, hey, my boy, how you doing? Did you get the message, by the way, on Discord? Double check just your DMs just in case. Rui, you'll have to come show us what you got tomorrow. See, any form or two unicorn spec. Return this first. No, I want to return scratch the cuts out of the gun. I say, let's return it or no, you still have a warranty in place. You can go ahead and message our CS department, and we'll get you taken care of. Or you can also just message us on Discord. That's fine either way. IG works as well. Email too. There's a lot of ways you can get a hold of us. You can also give us a call. But typically, I would recommend DMing us Instagram, Facebook, or our Discord server. Probably my favorites would be Instagram or Discord. Just works best. Email also is a great way to do it as well. But you should be covered under warranty, bro. I'm in a YouTube video. What is this? Billy Mota, hello. Good to have you here as well, dog. Damn, almost missed the stream. Had a few drinks. Just tired. It's like, it's Monday. It's fine. Oh, shit, it's Tuesday. Just drunkenly wandering into the stream. Good to have you here, man. Man, I'm still on the fence about picking one up. I really don't want doubles. Well, but I think I might go for it. DJ, here's the thing. You support us so much already, and that goes for any of the regulars and guys that come in, you know, at literally a regular basis and constantly support us by buying our products, spreading the word around. We can't force you guys to do anything, right? Now, is it greatly appreciated when you guys do? Absolutely, it is that, and I mean that from the bottom of both my heart and Bossman's heart as well. We greatly appreciate all the support that we continue to receive from the Airsoft community, from you guys directly. We would not be here without you guys. I would not have the life that I have right now if it weren't for you guys, right? Like that. If you guys weren't here, fuck it. I don't know what I'd be. I don't know where I'd be. I'll be honest. I actually have no idea. I don't normally have too many plans about the future. I just kind of wing it as I go, and very much happenstance came into this position. But you know, I definitely worked my ass off to get here, and I appreciate every single one of you guys for again continuing to be here. Seriously, like I can't express that enough for you guys. Do it. Then your path to the dark side will be complete. Never. What the fuck? It moves so fast. Oh, thank you for the $2 donation, SoCal veteran. Who else is 62? Who am I just getting started? I am not 62, but I feel like a 62-year-old man sometimes. I feel spiritually I am there, just not physically, which maybe is for the best. I think that explains my general temperament. I feel like just a boomer, a FUD trapped in a young man's body. Like, that's how Cisco describes me, just in terms of my taste for guns and stuff. A FUD in a young man's body. Like, how does that happen? I don't fucking know. Watch too many movies? I don't know. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I was answering a question. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Miss Savage Chat, he was leaving a comment. Never. I might take a break, but completely stop and sell all my representatives. I would never do that. Yeah, I had the choice when I was moving out from my parents' house a couple of years ago when I moved in with my fiance. We were looking at apartments, and I was starting to like move everything once we finalized where we're gonna move into at the time. It was a great apartment too. I actually really liked that place. It was very convenient. But I was also looking for extra cash too. Just I might have had a few more. I did sell like one or two things, honestly, like just extras that I've had just over the years that I just didn't really use or that were gonna be too much of an investment. But in terms of like my core collection, nah, not a single thing. You know what I mean? Like everything that I intentionally went out and was looking for and took me a while to find, I have never, ever sold any one of that. Any one of those. That took me years to build, to find, and a lot of it was just like, hey, by chance I happened to find this guy that was selling this one gun, or by chance we happened to carry this gun, you know what I mean, or we had enough parts to go out and build it out, so when I bought it I was able to fix it up. You know, like every gun that I have has a story behind it, and I have no intention of ever letting any of those go, right? Maybe I might donate one or two to like my kid if they ever get into the hobby. But that's pretty much about it. Or if my kid's not into it, if I become an uncle, for example, right, and my nephew or niece gets into it, that would be the person I would trust with it at that point. But nah. If nobody else, bury me with all my guns right on top. That's what I want. Just bury me with all my guns. Bury me loose with all my guns around me. Never mind. Does it feel DJ? I feel the same way. Absolutely. Probably not. Kid of the 90s. Extreme sports were part of growing up, so aggressive sports such as airsoft, paintball, and motocross will never get out of my conscience. Dude, I've always wanted to get into motocross, but I couldn't do it. I didn't have the money growing up, dude. I didn't have the money to get into it. So I was always pissed because I was like, man, that looks fucking cool, man. I really wanted to do that shit. But that's freaking awesome, though. That's freaking sick. Dude, the 90s, extreme, bro. Extreme, radical, tubular. Bro, that's a vibe, bro. That is absolutely a vibe, retro. Bro, they wouldn't ever do that to you. Absolutely adore you. So you're getting that. You're getting that. That's funny. DJ False. I've gotten so many low tier doubles before. Here's the thing. It's not impossible for that to happen, right? Obviously, it's a mystery box. We gotta keep it fair for everyone, right? We gotta keep it fair to every single person. But I'm telling you, like all the prizes in here, like I'm genuinely looking at this stuff. I'm like, man, these are really fucking cool. Like these are really fucking good prizes, you know? Keeps going up. Oh, this one comes from Tristan. It's a bit random, but if you had to pick a black lower mask, which one from SGI would you pick? Depends on what you're ultimately looking for, man. But I would usually say this. This is Boaz's and I's personal pick. Let's see if I can spell with one hand. Yeah, this would be our personal pick in terms of like the most convenient face mask that you can get right now. It's probably this one. This is our, and again, it's going to be in black, of course, so you'll have the color preference. But this is very convenient, right? If you wear a helmet, if you want to wear headsets, this is the one that I would generally recommend to most people, right? I'm going to leave a link to that as well in the live chat. These are just easy. These are easy. It's a one-piece thing. Put it on, right? Again, put on your helmet and then put on your goggles. That's it. You're done. Easy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Order 2 of those, and again, you take advantage of the... I'm just saying, place your orders, guys. Place your orders right now. Any $20 greater order, you're automatically in. No additional cost of entry. But every $50 you spend right now, only for the duration of the stream until 9:30, you are getting 2 entries per 50. So take advantage. Don't miss out. And get those orders in for the Mayo Gang mystery box. Again, I will leave another link to that as well, so you can check that mystery box out for yourself. For anyone that it thinks I'm just glazing it unnecessarily, you're wrong. But you can also check that for yourself, because this thing is fucking goated, bro. It's freaking sick. All right. Straight Raw, what's going on, man? I come to say thank you so much for the giveaway item, Isaiah. I'm very happy with the item. I appreciate it. Hey, that's what's up, Straight Raw. That's right. For those that don't know, Straight Raw won 2 times in a row. He's a two-timer. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That makes me sound like a cheater. You got infidelity issues. No, Straight Raw is a 2-time winner of our live stream giveaway. I'm fairly certain you got both prizes the same day, so I'm very happy that you were able to go ahead and receive it. That makes me, that always makes me very happy when people actually get their orders in. You ain't gotta lie, Craig. You ain't gotta. I have given up the BO Diamondback away and AK-1. Fair enough. Got the Wii SMG8 and the LT Gen 2 PPK-20. Hey, that's right. I forgot I packed those 2. Yeah, the Wii. When you said I wanted the MP7, I was like, I don't know if I can have it. And then I remembered, wait, the SMG8. That's right. I remember now. I've played these games before. I remember playing with that gun, and I was like, I think you might like it. I saw it, and I was like, it's in the budget. We can do it. We can do it. And the LTPK-20, I just thought it was a cool, unique gun. I just figured, yeah, you know, it's cool. It's freaking sick. And they, honestly, performance-wise, they're fucking fast, dude. They're quick. Yeah, I'm still going to go back to work. I have got to send Jason his box I made for him for his birthday, but it cost $8 to ship. Damn! Shipping be expensive. That's why, again, whenever we offer free shipping, always a good idea to take advantage, man. Do you prefer the AAPs or high kappas for GBB pistols? Ooh, Mario, that is a great question. Hello, Mario. I'm going to be biased. Oh, I mean, I'm a human being. Of course I'm biased. I'm going to say I prefer high kappas. Only because they're a little closer to the 1911 platform. I feel like I'm doing a lot of the hand. I don't know. I've been watching too much news. I feel like I'm doing too many like Trump hand gestures recently. I've been watching a lot of stuff. I've played with plenty of pistols, all the pistols. People are always telling me, Isaias, you got the best pistol. I should stop. That's just becoming addicting. I gotta stop doing that. But for DV pistols, I think I would prefer high kappas. Number one, obviously there's still, even though AAPs are a very well supported system, very well supported platform, you really can't beat the high kappa in terms of how much shit comes out for it, man. Like, you really cannot beat it. I think it definitely has the closest profile, obviously, to the 1911 for obvious reasons, right? And I very much like the 1911 general profile, so that just feels fairly natural. It's a very easy pistol to just kind of pick up and go. With the AAP, there are benefits to it as well, and there are plenty of aftermarket components for it and aftermarket kits. But I feel like as just a builder's pistol, you can't beat the years of experience and investment that companies have put into the TM spec high kappa, right? Obviously, I would encourage people to try other things as well, but if we're talking about just convenience sake, yeah, I would say the high kappa. Both can be built out for performance. That's not to say one has more upgrade potential than the other. It's just there's just so much variety for the high kappa. You know, it really is tough to beat. I remember, guys, we do have a topic for tonight as well. Will I ever quit Airsoft, or will you guys ever quit Airsoft? For me, the answer is no, because I would be impossible to detach me from this community in which I genuinely do love. When I was away from Airsoft, because I was in college studying, that was the lowest part in my life. That was a very dark chapter in my life, and I don't ever feel like repeating that for many reasons. But I very much am happy with where I'm at in life. I've been, for the most part, pretty happy with where I am in life. I have a really fun job. You know, I have a really, really cool job because I get to hang out with you guys, right? Thank you, Isaias. No worries. Classic Army Full Metal M249. What type of battery connector? Out of the box, it's going to be just regular small Tamiya. But again, it's not hard to rewire to Dean's. I've done it plenty of times, you know. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I'm just saying, man. Don't hang it. Lays on top of the bowl. Right. What are we talking about? See, scrolling down, the same here. Say it was more sad about Ozzy. Yeah, same. And now they were both pop American. Of course, he's going to surpass Hogan. He's the Prince of Darkness. Yeah, baby, you know what's up. Theo from the Cosby Show got taken as well. Wait, really? Damn, I didn't hear about that one at all. Oh, dude, that's terrible, man. That's freaking terrible, man. So many people are dying right now. Please, no, shoot me in face. What are you talking about? I was going to mention Theo, poor dude. What's a good face mask? A good one. That goes well with some goggles with the Cortex. I'd probably say the Shadow Warrior is probably going to be the best one that goes with pretty much everything out there. You know, but I have treasures. Down as well. Oh god, scrolling down. Did I get that BO Diamondback again or not? I don't think so. I'm gonna be real. I don't know who. Again, I'm not shipping, so I don't get to. It's not like we get to choose. I'm gonna be real. I don't think you did. But again, I don't know. I can't say for certain. But I don't think you did. I don't think you did. Like, I was looking at all the ones that were getting packed today. I was like, everyone's gonna be fucking happy with what they got today, dude. It was fucking crazy. Does my purchase of the Mayo Gang Men's Box Saturday count for this? Yes. Remember, for the live stream giveaway, we count orders that are placed from one Thursday till the next Thursday. So from one Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, till the very next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're literally counting an entire week's worth of orders that are $20 or more. So if you ordered a mystery box or literally anything else over the weekend, Yeah, 100%. You're entered. That's why I'm always telling people, no matter what you order, when you order, you're gonna be entered into some live stream giveaway at some point or another. You know what I mean? So yes, SoCal veteran, you are absolutely in. Snagged another Mayo Gang mystery box. Hey, Joshua Landa, let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woohoo! I love Moist Critical. He's so fucking funny. Do I literally have a cart full on your website, but I just need help with choosing the battery and making sure I get the correct charger. Could you help me with make the right decision? Absolutely, Creek. Feel free to go ahead and ask your questions. Put the letter Q run for your questions, and I can more than happy go ahead and try to walk you through the process, if you will. And guys, I see that we're at 37 concurrent viewers. Make sure to go and bump up those likes and share this around with as many people as possible. Let people know that if they want to increase their odds of winning this week's Thursday specifically live stream giveaway, they need to make sure that they are watching the stream and getting their orders in during this time frame. Because every $20 greater order they place will automatically get them entered, of course. But every $50, again, this is exclusive to the live stream, every $50 they place will get them 2 entries. So do not miss out. It's only going to go on until 9:30 p.m. We got a little less than an hour and 30 minutes left. Yes, I did. Thank you all. That's why I showed you. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Of course. Oh, and I'm just more sorry, if anything, Joshua, that your package, that UPS lost it. I'm so sorry on their behalf. I don't know why. To be fair, UPS in general does a good job. Realistically, percentage-wise, they do. It just sucks when that very once in a great blue moon occurrence happens, when they lose track of the package, or it gets lost, or it gets stolen. Like it does suck when that happens. It does suck. Any order from last Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Yes, answer that. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, DJ. Move so fast. DJ needs to update the rules, let them know that a max 10 will stock now. That was the thing that I needed to go ahead and update on the rules itself, was that there were going to be a max of 10 rolls only. Because, guys, fuck, dude, last stream, brother, 17 rolls. 17 rolls, bro, before we found a winner. Dog, like, I can't make this shit up, dude. I cannot make this shit up. It was crazy. It was absolutely fucking nuts how many times we have to roll to a spin to be able to find a winner. So we're gonna max it out at 10. I'm not gonna lie, I had like some personal stuff that I was kind of going through on Thursday. Nothing terrible that I just need to take care of, right? And yeah, I could not step away at all. By the time I finished, it was like, ni modo, you know what I mean? Like, I might as well finish the entirety of the stream, which I don't mind doing. It's fun. It would have been nice. I had to rush to get my other thing done. So remember, I do this on a volunteer basis too. So just for the sake of everyone's time too, so we're not keeping everyone up like super late, we're gonna max it out at 10. We're gonna max it out at 10 in terms of rolls. Yeah, hey, Scrolly Nuts, man. Good to have you here. How you doing, man? How you doing? You feeling good, man? Good to have you here on the stream, buddy. Jacob Fultz. I'm so sorry. I fudged that name up so bad. I'm so sorry. Jacob Fultz. Still better than Evix packaging. Their boxes always show up half open. Bruh. You mean half closed? Bro, are you what the fuck? That shit's crazy. Everything does a $50 stack if it costs more than that. So let's say you get yourself a $100 airsoft, right? It's like $120, so $100, right? $100. That's gonna be 4 entries, if that makes any sort of sense, right? Dank Psyduck. That is a fantastic name, by the way. That's fucking cool. That's all I ask. Please no AK. That's all I ask, RPG. I can't make that guarantee, bro. I can't make that guarantee, dude. Tell you what, you can put that down in the notes comment section of the order if you place it, but I can't guarantee that. You know, it is random. It is absolutely random. If you ever quit Airsoft, I would still probably collect the replicas. They're just cool to look at. That's what I'm saying. Thanks, Psyduck. That's what I'm saying as well. I think I would always want to have just some type of collection going for airsoft guns, because I just think they're rad. You know, I feel like that Simpsons meme where it's Marge and she's like, I just think they're neat, right? Like that's me. Like I just think they're really cool. I think they're really fun. Sometimes I'll just plink around in my backyard just because it's fun to do as well, right? Or just I'll look at my guns and I'm like, damn, these look sick, right? And I play with them like they're a toy. Like I'm a little kid playing with toys in my backyard. You know what I mean? Like I'll still do that. I'm not gonna lie. I still do that shit. I'm still very much a little kid at heart. You know what I mean? I'm just a boy who loves playing with some toys, man. That's all I am really at the end of the day. I'm just a big chimp who likes to play with some toys. Have both High Kappa and AP01. Love them, Carlos. No, there's nothing stopping people. I don't know why some people feel like they have to go with one or the other. Both are fantastic platforms. Both have their pros and cons. Both are very well supported, really. Like, there's no downside with either or, realistically, at the end of the day. At least nothing that you will actually notice between the two, you know? High Kappa's getting a short stroke, and barrel upgrade. You're good to go. For me, I would just say barrel upgrade. You're pretty much set. If it's a good High Kappa out the box, then it even really shouldn't need the short stroke. It's cool, but it even shouldn't need that really to perform. If it's solid out the box, right? Good fuel efficiency. Upgraded inner barrel setup, right? You got the nice bucking in there. You're pretty much good to go, man. Everything else at that point is just all gravy. It's just all gravy at that point. And don't get me wrong, I love gravy, but you know, meat and potatoes type of guy. If you catch my drift. Are y'all outside of the tsunami warning area? Apparently, because I didn't hear shit about it. More than likely, yeah. I don't think Downey is, and Santa Fe Springs is really in. I don't. No. No. Yeah. Definitely not. No, I definitely don't think so. I mean, we might, and I just don't fucking know about it. You know what I mean? We just don't know. We just don't have no clue about it. But I mean, I don't think we are. To be honest, I think we'll be fine. I think we're gonna be fine. Nunchuck battery will indeed work. Tri-panel nunchuck would work fairly well for that. You did that. Thank you, Happy Ghost Ninja. I'm so glad someone caught that. I'm so glad that like someone caught that reference, dude. Oh, dude, Happy Ghost Ninja. This is the one time I'm gonna say, like, rare W for Happy Ghost Ninja, man. Rare W for you. You actually caught the reference. Hello, Mario. Mr. 710. Ooh, this is a good one. Beretta or Sig? I mean, have you seen the news recently? Have you been keeping up with current events regarding Sig? I will happily take a Beretta. You kidding me? I will gladly take. If we're talking pistol specifically, I would gladly take my M9. At least I know my M9 won't kill me, brother. Dank side, does the mystery box if Does the mystery box if purchased Friday go into this? Yoda speak is really confusing me. If you purchase the mystery box Friday, does it go? Yes. If you purchase the mystery box Friday, it will count towards Thursday's live stream giveaway. It'll count to the very next live stream giveaway. Yes, you can. But if you purchase this Friday, right, this coming Friday, it'll go. Oh, excuse me. It'll go towards next week's live stream giveaway. If that makes any sort of sense. The cutoff time for our giveaways is always going to be Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because at that point we cut it off and we begin randomizing and totaling up all the entries to find out who's the winner. I don't infidelity issues. I have commitment issues. Have you seen my collection, dude? That is hilarious. We're gonna have the Design Arms level 1, 2, 1 mob in my cart right now. Will that work? I saw they use that specific one in their videos, so I found it. I mean, if they're able to get it to work in theirs, I would say so. I mean, usually for that one in particular, I guess it depends on the gun, right? If we're still talking about the 249, I personally like to go with a smaller milliamperage. Usually, I like to go with something like under 1500. But again, that's just going to be more of a personal preference type deal, because that gives you more space. It gives you a little bit more slack, so it's not going to be as tight inside, you know? Like I know some people like it tight. I'm just not. I like to have a little bit more room in there. I didn't think about what I said. Fuck. Now I know someone's. God damn it. Phrasing's important, kid. Phrasing's important. Is all in one set. I hit Big Bear Snow Summit Mountain bike trails over the weekend. It was sick. Dude, it sounds so fun, bro. It sounds so sick. Oh, okay, the Mark III. If you're getting the Mark III, yeah, go with the 2600 mod. We were able to get it to fit in that stock. That NSR stock that you get is fucking spacious, bro. I made a purchase. What do I do? All you have to do is watch the live stream. All you gotta do is watch the live stream when we do the giveaway. As long as you're watching, you'll be able to claim the prize, because you'll be able to know if you actually were called as the winner. You need to be watching so that way you can actually claim it, because we will call the winning order number, and then we'll ask that the winner itself, whoever order number that is, we'll ask them in the live chat during that, during limited time, usually like only 2 minutes. to claim it, we'll ask them to put in the YouTube live chat their full name and the last 4 digits of their telephone number as it matches on the order they placed. Because that's information only you and us at Airsoft GI would have, right? So nobody else can claim your prize. When I see Isaias in his Vietnam gear, I feel 62, brother. Dude, I love fucking LARPing in my Vietnam gear, dude. It's the best. I might actually end up going to Wildlands in Vietnam gear just for that, you know? You would be working at the other place. Honestly, RPG lovers, knowing what I know, industry-wise, I don't know if I would. I mean, if I'm desperate, like, but even then, I think I would look at. I think that would be like my, honestly, on some real shit, I would probably be my last resort, like literally last resort, ever. I would do so many other things before doing that, to be honest. Like, and that's on some real shit too. It's my TikTok and range kinda depends. Okay. Scrolling down most recent comments and questions because there's gonna be a few more. There we go. Oh, yeah. So look, some people like leaving room for, God damn it, just for easy pull out. God damn it. It's like, stop, stop, dude. What the fuck? By the way, what's up, Rev? What's up, Rev562? Good to have you here as well, dog. It's been a while. I saw you last stream as well. Oh my god. Why? Battery, charger, ammo, BBs, 2.5 and up, Face Pro, iPro, and extra magazines, man. That is like the quintessential of what everyone needs. Are all the parts needed to upgrade a Cthulhu currently available? If not, what one component would you upgrade? If nothing else, man, whether you're going with the Cthulhu or any AAPO1 base pistol, bucking and inner barrel. That is like the one combo that I would say is the most important out of everything else. Bucking and inner barrel. Bucking and inner barrel, for sure. Everything else is all extra. It's all gravy. Replace hop-up. Yeah, I would say if maybe the hop-up chamber, if you want to be, you know, extra fans. I would say maybe the Cthulhu specifically. Maybe the hop-up chamber. We'll have the, I think we'll have the TTI ones available as well. I think even Atlas Custom Works has theirs. I think those might require a little bit of fitment. I'd have to double check. RPG lovers, I know since you're the AAPO1 man, correct me. Feel free to go ahead and fact check me, please, and thank you. What's one thing you miss of the old school Airsoft days? Oh, retro. Fuck, dog. You got me, dude. You got me feeling all kinds of nostalgic now. Brother, that is a fantastic question. Guys, remember, if you do have any Airsoft-related questions, feel free to go ahead and ask away. Whether they're Airsoft-related or not, it can be completely random. Hot food takes, for instance. Feel free to go ahead and let me know. Put the letter Q in for your question. It makes it a lot easier for me to spot and identify and thereby answer. But that is a great fucking question. Oh, man. Okay, you know what I do miss? And this is on some real, too. This is why I love our community right now. Because our community really does make me feel like this is the same community from back then. Because Airsoft way back in the day was way more tight-knit. You know, everybody used to know everybody. Everybody used to know everybody. And to an extent, a lot of the older heads still do. Right? A lot of the older heads still do. And it still kind of feels that way for a little bit. But that kind of goes back into what it was, or what I was saying earlier, is that the turnover rate for Airsoft, at least right now in this day and age, it feels way faster, right? The turnover rate feels much higher. It feels like people quickly get into the hobby, which is a good thing. I'm glad for that. I'm not complaining by any stretch of the imagination there. I'm glad that more and more people are getting into it, but I'm also noticing that people are leaving the hobby much faster. And granted, a lot of people that I know that I've gotten into Airsoft thankfully haven't. But it's not always necessarily a matter of what you do or what you did right or what you did wrong. It's just life can sometimes get in the way, and you know, some people find it difficult to find the time, to find the energy, to have the motivation to go out and actually play and be, you know, part of the community. Even though it's really not that hard, it's actually very easy. I love doing it. I can understand why some people would just distance themselves entirely. I feel like that's more common now than ever before. You know, before you used to get a lot of guys that were like really deep into it, right? There's a lot of guys that were really deep into it, and they would be very tight-knit with each other, be very close with each other. Everybody knew everybody. Everyone knew who was playing where, what was happening. You know, I feel like it was a lot more tight-knit. And again, I am always going to encourage Airsoft to become more mainstream. Always, right? Like, who wouldn't? That's just good business all around, man. You know what I mean? But I will say, I do miss the sense of community that used to be around back in the day, right? For going back over 10 years ago, I would say so. I would say that the community was a lot more tight-knit. It was a lot closer. We all felt a little bit more in this together, you know what I mean? And now it very much feels like everyone's kind of focused on themselves. Everyone's kind of focused on just, like, getting into the hobby, finding the best thing possible, playing for a little bit, finding out they're not that good, you know, not being competitive, and then they quit, right? And it just feels like so many people focus so much on competition, and then they don't, like, really enjoy other aspects of the hobby, and then they leave, right? And it has a higher turnover rate. That's what I think might be going on for me personally, for at least what I've seen. I feel like, generally speaking, I find that outdoor players, this is not a gripe or dig at anyone, really. It's just something I've noticed. I feel like because indoor is way more convenient, faster pace, it's a lot easier for people to get into it and then immediately get out. Versus outdoor players or guys that are in more of that scene usually find themselves, at least from what I've noticed, are usually in it a little bit longer at the very least. A lot of the guys that I know that typically play outdoors are usually playing for much, much longer. Like much, much longer. You know, because it's a lot less competitive, right? There's more potential for you to do unique things out there, bring unique platforms, experiment a little bit more, right? Assuming the field is actually really good. But, you know, indoors, you know, you are very limited in what you can bring. It is incredibly competition focused, which may not always be the best for bringing newer players in. Again, it's open to anyone that wants to try it, and if you're committed enough, sure, fucking do it. It's awesome. But, you know, it does, I would say, it also has, it's a double-edged sword because it's so competition-based, it can deter some people that just realistically just don't have that competitive. I don't have it. I'm not that competitive, man. Like, I really genuinely am not. There's a very few things, like, I can count the number of things I'm competitive on like one hand, right? Swimming, maybe water polo, certain video games, right? Like certain fighting games that I play. That's about it, buddy. That's about it. And even when it comes to airsoft, yeah, I like to push myself performance-wise, but like that's more so just a me personal thing. I'm not trying to compete with anybody else. If anything, I like seeing other people kick ass. I think it's fucking cool. Even when I'm out and I'm sitting in the dead box, I like looking at other players like, oh, that's fucking cool. Look at this guy go, right? RBU Lovers is one of those guys I like looking at whenever he plays. It's so cool to watch him just fucking operate. It's such a departure from what I'm used to seeing him, how he normally moves himself. But that is a great question, Retro. That is a great fucking question. Scrolling up, looks as well. I decided to, as my first gun, I'm about to order the MD4 Mark III with the field ready combo A on your website. I'm extremely hyped. What is everything I need to start off with this up? Yeah, DJ, I think, answered that question. Battery charger, ammo, right? Face Pro, Eye Pro, extra magazines. It really depends on what your field requires to in terms of like PPE, face protection, and all that stuff, all that jazz. But generally speaking, yeah, he hit the nail on the head, man. He hit the nail on the head right then and there. Thank you. I'm in the server. My profile pic is a Psyduck getting thrown by Liam Kennedy from Resident Evil. Dude, that is so fucking random. That's so cool. So it's Friday. We get entry. Yes. If you place an order past Friday, you're entered into this giveaway. If you place an order this coming Friday, you'll get entered into next week's live stream giveaway, if that makes sense. Apparently, all the West Coast is under the warning because there was an underwater earthquake near the coast of Russia, bigger than 2011, supposedly. Oh. I didn't feel shit. I haven't gotten notified of anything. I mean, let me check. No alerts on my phone. I think we're okay. I think. Maybe? I don't know. We'll find. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out, right? That's how we always do it. We'll figure it out. We can start. You can start getting notifications in LA County for constant updates. I normally do. I've all signed up for like a couple of other like. Jazz is my fiance is really big into like getting notified for any sort of big happenings that are going on in the area as well in the SoCal area, and I haven't heard anything from her either. I mean, again, I'm sure it's probably true. I fucking haven't heard anything about it. You know what I mean? What internal should I focus on for my custom blue and gold high kappa build? Blowback unit or barrel and bucking? Barrel and bucking first. Barrel and bucking first. You can do the blowback housing unit later on in life. If you can do it now if you really wanted to. But I'll be real. If it's a solid pistol out the box, barrel and bucking, and you're pretty much it. That's the bread and butter of your performance. That is, again, quoted from Kevin, formerly known as Union Virus when he was still competing SpeedQB. with his team. They were actually really, really good. And every tech that I've ever talked to has always said the same thing. Bucking barrel, if you're good, that should be more than enough, right? Threaded barrel out the box would be a plus for a high cap. Yeah, and thank God there are pistols that do. There are pistols that are, more and more of them are coming out with thread out of barrels, right? It's freaking, again, I've talked about this pistol so much. I've glazed it enough, but I mean, I'm just gonna talk about it again. I fucking love this Hercules, man. I mean, look at that. Pre-threaded adapter, right? Included, right? Included, out the box. Easily just put on a fucking tracer unit as is. It already comes included with the optic. My favorite pistol that we sell thus far. Literally my favorite pistol that we sell thus far, right? In terms of convenience, ease of use, accessibility, customization. Like, it's got it all, man. You know, it's got it all. I haven't heard anything about it. Yeah, me either, Brewer. Me either. You look familiar. Are you anywhere outside of this channel? Just wondering. Now I'm thinking if I am. I've been told I look like a young freaking... oh my god, Jay Leno. Someone told me another celebrity that I look like, but I didn't really see it too much. No, in terms of like social media stuff, like for companies and promotional stuff, it's only ever been GI. I don't... No. I was like, no, I'm really trying to think if I've done... No, I don't think so. I should only be GI. I used to work at Wiener Sigil for a little bit. Trying to think of anything else I've been... No, that would be about it. That would be about it. Watch, it's a sign of like me. It's like someone that looks exactly like me doing some like risque photo shoot. It's like, whoa, what the hell? Thanks, guys. Appreciate the help getting the shipping issue resolved. I stay up most Tuesday and every Thursday to see who wins. Lol, after 17 rolls, I was in bed watching this. Bro, I'm so sorry that you were watching. Dude, I did not want it to be 17 rolls. I didn't want 17 rolls to be a thing. It just kind of happened. You know, that's what we had. It's funny because Bossman and I just talked about that, changing it that day. Literally that Thursday, we were thinking about changing it, but I didn't have time to, you know, go over and like actually implement it into the rule set yet at the time. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do it for next week. I'm sure this timer won't be that bad. And then Q 17 rolls. Brother, I wanted to like slam my head against the wall, dude. I was losing my goddamn mind. Chilling, having a brew, and listening to Isaias serenade me with his... Oh, you like when it's coming out of my mouth, man? You like the noise? It should pass. Just one of those waves hitting. More than likely. What up, boys? Hey, we miss you too, man. We miss you too. Honestly, I'd rather not want to get an AK, but if I do, the video would be funny though. Oh man, I really hope I don't get an AK. Opens it up. Damn it, I got an AK. That shit's hilarious. If for whatever, we would not. I don't know. I don't keep up too much with all the packages that ship out. Sometimes I'll see what goes on. Like again today with the mystery box, I really wanted to see what the prizes were being shipped out, and I was like, fuck, this is a good fucking pick. But I don't normally keep up with what people normally get in their mystery boxes when it's like a preset prize list, right? Because it really is random. It would be funny, though, if you did, by unfortunate circumstance for you, if you did get an AK, we just put a sticky note on there being like, I'm so sorry, smiley face. Dude, that would be hilarious. Scroll down. If the package is pulling complete, no more comments, huh? Says that's down as well. Oh, man, I hope it gets better for you, brothers. Honestly, man, it's been a day for me today. Squirrely Nuts, I'm hoping that it does get better for you, though. I genuinely do hope things start looking up for you as well, man. I really, really do, man. I hope it gets better. And besides, you always have, you always got the Mayo Gang familia if you ever want to confide in anybody. And you have your own community as well that you've built up as well. I'm sure every single one of those dudes would be there for you in a moment's notice, too. Absolutely. Drum mags that a BB shoots, so all you need to do is pour in with the funnel. Just with like the funnel that you would use to fill up oil in your car, just with BBs. Hey, if it works, it works, man. If it works, it works. Remember, guys, get those orders in now while you guys can. We have, like, literally an hour left. Well, an hour and a minute. But literally an hour left before we close out tonight's live stream. Make sure to go ahead and get those orders in. Any $20 or greater order, you're automatically entered into this Thursday's giveaway. We're giving away a brand new YouTube Unboxing mystery box. And speaking of mystery boxes, make sure to go and get your orders in for yours for the Mayo Gang mystery box. There was only 175. We've already sold out quite a bit of a few of these. Make sure to go and get yours now while you guys can. You automatically get free UPS ground shipping. The prize list is absolutely fucking nuts, with plenty of customs on here and plenty of high-end premium guns, gas blowbacks even as well, and unique options too. Though again, I know not too unique. I know some of you guys don't like things that are different, so we learned our lesson for that one. But we got plenty of gas blowbacks, which I know is the newest hype right now, and plenty of really dope options. So again, make sure to go ahead and take advantage of that while you can. Again, I'll leave a link to that on the chat for all y'all to check out as well. Some really, really fucking dope prices. And remember, there are still plenty of sale items going on as well. There are plenty of discounts going on for airsoft guns, BBs, batteries, chargers, up to 75% off, which is fucking crazy on some of this stuff, which is absolutely fucking wild. There you go. Leaving a link to that in the chat. There you go. There you go. There you go. And remember, every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries. Do not miss out. Get those orders in before 9:30. Literally an hour left. Literally an hour left. Sorry, I know I have a lot of Sorry, I have a lot of questions. I don't mean to be annoying, but what's the difference in weights of BBs and which is recommended? If you're playing outside, I normally would recommend starting with a 2.5. You can go 2.0, but usually if there's like a little bit of a cross breeze, the lighter BB you have, the more likely it is to just be knocked off course, or you're going to get 1 or 2 random flyaways. Usually heavier BBs typically are better, but there is a limit to how heavy a stock hop-up chamber really can lift before you start getting into upgrades. For most airsoft players, walk-on players in an outdoor setting, I would typically recommend 2.5. You can go 2.8, but it will require more adjustment from the hop-up wheel. You're not annoying, by the way. Yeah, you're freaking Brewer saying you're not annoying. That's what the stream is for, man. That's the stream is for. Heavy BBs for outdoors and vice versa. Yeah, I mean, bear in mind, there's a lot of players that like using heavy BBs for indoors as well, because they want the other player to more definitely feel the actual impact of the BB when it hits them, which I don't know. I have mixed feelings about. I think it's fine to an extent, right? Obviously, you don't want to shoot anybody point blank with a 4.0. That's just not fun. That's just not fun. That's not cool, man. That's just not cool. But I get it. I get why. Depends on you. You playing indoor or outdoor fields. Yeah. Always depends. All right, scroll. And remember, if you do have airsoft related questions, put the letter Q right for your question. Even if it's not airsoft related, if it's completely off topic and a completely different tangent, you're more than welcome to go ahead and ask away. Just put the letter Q right for your question. Makes it a lot easier for me to spot and identify. Please and thank you. Fidel, baby, welcome back, man. Welcome back to stream. Of course, you got an innuendo plan. It's not the size of the wave, but the motion of the ocean. That is true though. Not a problem that I ever have to face. So anyway, moving on. Big surprises. Hey, Prime Tag, what's happening, dog? Big surprises come in small packages. Absolutely. We on a tsunami threat, but I'm still at work, bro. Actually, yeah. How does that work? You being in Hawaii and everything, bro. Are you guys okay? Serious question. Because obviously, California, right? Our biggest thing is earthquakes. Right? That's the big thing that we face here. Do you guys normally get a lot of like tsunami or like hurricane warnings typically, right? Like, I mean, obviously there's like, it's like any natural disaster, right? There's like a really, really big one that's like, can be pretty bad. But like, is it a fairly common occurrence where it's like, oh yeah, we'll experience flooding quite frequently, right? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm very curious to see what life is like on the other side, if you will. So you gave me the wrong order. What the fuck? Oh, that'd be so funny. Why is the place be concerned more than Cali? I imagine so, but I just don't know what it's like there. Isaias used to host the Tonight Show. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. That was me, man. That was me back in the day when I was a younger man. I have that curious case of Benjamin Button disease going on then, where I'm like aging in reverse. Like oh my god, giggity! I like that. Sure. Of course, young it and big. What the fuck? Of course, you get it. What the fuck? Jesus. I just read that. I finally understood what we were saying. Prime Tech. Isaias, it's more of just a warning. It might happen. It's pretty much everyone in SoCal. Okay. Yeah, I just haven't gotten anything about it at all. Hey, yo, I'm drowning. Help, I'm under the water. Help me, I'm drowning. I literally just started Airsoft this month and have not been 2 times. Jermaine Williams. Whoa, Jermaine. We're going to have to change that soon. Jermaine, if you are by chance in the SoCal area or just find yourself in California, you are more than welcome to join up with us. We're going to be playing at Jungle Island Paintball down in Lake Elsinore August 16th, as in like 2 weeks away. 2 weeks and some odd change away. So feel free to go and pull through it if you find yourself in the area. We will more than happily roll with you, dude. More than happily. That goes for anyone that's new as well, or anyone in general that just wants to go out and play. We're going to be playing that day, so pull through. It's going to be absolutely fun. It's going to be a blast. 6-inch on the Dan West. It's big. No, that's what she said. Hell yeah. That's an airsoft revolver, right? But the damn thing is a damn cannon, literally. But the M240 4-inch and 2-inch is a good choice too. Do you play JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle right now? No, I do not. I do not yet. I do not play any JoJo's games though. Just stick to the animes right now. I do want to read the mangas though. I do want to read the mangas. Good way to see old school airsoft is Milsim Junkies vids from 2010s. Scout the Doggy also used to be a really good one. I love watching old Scout the Doggy videos, bro. Sometimes I just like to play them just for shits and giggles. I'm like, damn, this is cool, man. Like this is a vibe. You know, seeing all those random different guns being used on the field and in the fucking woods and shit, dude. While it's raining miserably, I loved those videos, man. I love those videos. Man, I was seriously. As a trade-off, now there is only going to be a 10 numbers called. We don't find a winner. It gets double winnings next week. Absolutely, absolutely. Any Mayo Gang meets planned for the future. Red 562. Yes and no. It's something that we want to do, but it's not necessarily planned for it yet. We were maybe thinking of around October, something going around October, maybe even early November. But again, can't confirm. As of yet, can't put an official date down or anything. Just because again, there is there's so much planning that is required to do something like that, and it also requires people to actually like want to pull through. You know what I mean? And it does require a lot of people to want to pull through. That's another thing too I've noticed. There's not as many people that are like down for community events. You know what I mean? Like unless there's like a crazy big content creator that is like like I guess going to a certain, and even then it's not always guaranteed either because we've seen it happen plenty of times. Where like events get planned, not just by us, but other retailers that want to post stuff as well, other fields that want to host events as well, and they just don't get enough people participating in them, even if they do their best pushing it social media wise. One, social media push is actually very difficult to do, despite us the fairly high follower count that we have. Again, Meta and a lot of social media sites just don't do a good enough job of actually letting our content grow like other forms of content would, like other subject material. It definitely blacklists our material. It definitely shadow bans us quite a bit, which is unfortunate, which is really unfortunate. But again, it is something that we do notice that it is very difficult to market, a lot of events, and people just also don't really seem to be wanting to make that commitment to actually go out and play. More people are more interested in just regular casual gameplay, which is fine. But again, there is something to be said and about the community building aspect that a lot of these events really do. And the Mayo Gang meets were one of those things we really want to continue doing, but it is going to require the continued support and dedication for people to actually pull through and want to participate in, Been playing since 2012, and I mostly played outdoors. Can confirm. All over $20 throughout the week are now being cut. Yes, absolutely. It's going up. Make sure I don't miss anything. Any box order since it's Friday? Well, yes. Any recommended revolvers? Oh, I see. That's why. I myself am not the revolver man. The Dan Wessons, fun, but they were said best earlier. They're a fucking man cannon. All right, it is crazy, shoots crazy hot. You can always go something like let's see if I can find it. There was one that I really liked in terms of revolvers. Usually smoke wagons, right? The smoke wagons are really fun. Oof, I would say this one maybe. Maybe the M29 short, just because I always like snub-nose revolvers. I always thought they were really funny. They're always cool in my mind. I don't know. I just kind of like the look of it, but that's just me personally, right? It's made very fucking well, very well. But again, that's just more of a personal preference type deal. Revolvers definitely not the most practical thing, but they are fucking fun. Just carrying something like that makes me feel like an old detective from an old noir film. You know what I mean? Like I'm going around in a trench coat and a nice hat. Right, I'm scoping out the city, right, trying to figure out what happened, who done it, who murdered this person, right? I gotta figure out who did it. I'm a PI or something, It's sort of the vibes that it sort of gives. This past Friday, mystery box games. This is Thursday. Yes, I had to go watch Black Hawk Down after. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Brewer. Yeah, I was when I played 2 weeks ago with the boys, RPG lovers, and Brewer and Seabass. When I went to go play with them, I actually pulled through in my not fully complete but almost there Black Hawk Down kit, and I was like very much happy with it. I had the 733. I had the strike plate. What is it? The strike chest rig on there. I was more closer to the movie build than I was to the actual like legit Gothic Serpent loadout. But you know, it's close enough. It gets the vibe across for sure. I still need to get the Faust plate carrier at some point. But for what it is, it was actually pretty damn convincing. It was pretty damn convincing. There's a few more smaller details I want to add. Like, I still want to raid mod my my BDU top. I'm still gotta find someone to do it because my sewing machine sucks, and I am not doing that shit by hand. I tried it with some M81s, and it just didn't hold as well. So screw that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm gonna find like a tailor, someone to go ahead and do it for me. Because I am not spending $60 on a pre-raid modified BDU when I can just, again, have someone do it for like way less than that, right? I already have the camos. I just need someone to go on and do the stitch work for me. But that is funny that you went to watch the movie after that. That's hilarious, dude. Just want to confirm. Sorry, people probably already asked. No worries. I'm trying to find out what the question was. Okay, yeah, no, I think we're all caught up on it. All right, scrolling down the most recent comments and questions. There we go. Going down. There we go. Yeah, that Faust plate carrier is like $200 for reproduction. It's cheap. DM me or not D. What be able to do it? See if you can find my IG profile, and I will DM you. I will DM you what I found. You're welcome, Retro. You're retro. I found something really good. Isaias, hope you have clothes on under that trench coat. What the fuck? Of course I would. I'm not a flasher, dude. I'm not a flasher. What the fuck? I have the M29 snub nose. It's this. Not too accurate though. The silver 4-inch would probably be better. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not going for accuracy. I'm going for vibes. If I'm getting a revolver, it's for the vibes, bro. That's all it is. In my opinion, I think there needs to be more incentive for people to open indoor PvP type fields. All we have near me is outdoor, so I'd love to play more Speedy Boy Airsoft. No, that's fair. I still think that outdoor style of play will always be more popular than indoor, just because it's a lot more accessible. It's not as competitive compared to like the indoor scene, but it is nice to have the choice. You know, I can't lie. I am definitely, we in the SoCal scene are very much spoiled for choice in terms of the fields that we have available to us and the variety as well. Cookie God, I just want to say thank you because a while ago I asked you about the LT Gen 3 and you're going to nurture, so I got one and arrived a few days ago and I love it. Hey, no, I think I remember you. Cookie God. Yeah, no worries. Again, with all the I wanted to provide as many options as possible. For me personally, I definitely am more partial to the Gen 3 than the Arcturus, but I know some people are more Arcturus than Gen 3. So either way is fine, man. Either way is fine. I'm glad you were able to find something. I'm glad we were able to help you out and offer you a product that you indeed enjoy. That is always the goal. That is always the goal. Seabass has the M29 stomach as well. Super cool. That's what I'm saying, man. He's next time he plays, Brewer, he's got to show up in like the trench coat and the hat, right? He's got to dress up like he came out of the 40s or the 50s or something, right? Like he's this undercover detective, right? Kind of working the case, trying to find out who murdered so and so, right? And he's this close to cracking open this case, but he's also this close to losing his sanity. Oh, the noir vibes, bro. What a bummer. I had an order on 7/15. I wasn't paying attention to the giveaways. I won't make that mistake again. Hey, you know what? You live and you learn. At least you admitted it and you learned from it and you know what to do next time. What the fuck, RPG lovers? Stop taking what I say out of context. Yes, 2025 is a code. Make sure to use, if anything that you see is not already discounted and you do want to get yourself a little bit of something, use coupon code 2025 at checkout for up to 10% off. Bear in mind, it doesn't apply towards already previously discounted items. It does not apply to already previously discounted items. There's no stacking. But, again, it does help. It does help. Castro, any opinions on the current state of Speedsoft, and if anything positive will come from it? Just like anything else, it's a different flavor of Airsoft that will attract a very different crowd than myself. It will attract other types of people and other types of players into it. It does a really good job. I will say this, Casra. It does a really good job of getting a lot of younger, younger players into the scene as well. Right? I usually find that a lot of the older guys typically gravitate a little bit more towards the outdoor scene, but a lot of kids, especially in like older middle school to high school, really like the indoor scene because I guess it works better with their hours. The fields typically cater towards them as well. They open later in the day, so you can typically go after school, after you finish your homework. All right, cool, time to go play. Right? It makes sense. It definitely makes sense how they market themselves. I will always be an outdoor boy. First and foremost, I will always be a Milsim boy at the end of the day. I love playing Milsim games. I love my outdoor casual games. I will still enjoy an indoor play as well, but I will always be an outdoor boy. That's just how it is for me. Now, in terms of the scene, I do notice that I would say the quality of games for the indoor scene have gone down. I will say that. I think that there's less and less teams that are coming out these days and competing. There's other tournaments that people get into as well, but I just don't really see anything major developing in the SpeedQB scene or in just the indoor competitive scene as a whole. Right? I think, you'll have fields that do a really good job of trying to cater to the local community and have something, going for them and all that, which is all great. It all starts on a small scale. But in terms of anything else, I do think that the turnover rate, especially for indoor, is so much higher than it's ever been before, where people will try it for a little bit, stick with it maybe for a few months, maybe even 1 year, and then they quit quickly, unfortunately, which we're hoping to help out in terms of keeping people invested in Airsoft at least, even if it's not indoor, maybe even converting to outdoor. Remember, I might hit N1 this week or Wildlands Sunday. Hey, Ruben, save it for the 16th so you can come out to play with us. Save it for the 16th because we're going to go to Wildlands that day. Landers, I did say minimum hate, but yeah, 30 is a deal. Such a GVR. Gone with the Wind is too old-fashioned. Time for Gone with the Water. What the fuck? Everyone knows that 30 is the best way for BBs. Everyone has their own preference, man. For me, I definitely am a 2.8 to a 3.0 guy. I definitely am a 2.8 to a 3.0 guy. Like Elsinore got to N1. No. I'm going to go at some point, but here's the thing. I'm an outdoor man. I'm an outdoor boy. I love playing outdoors way more than indoors. Sarge fan, I got a quick question about those Mariama GBs you did a video on. Do you have mags for them on the site? Whenever I search up the name, it just shows the rifles and carbines, not the magazines. Yeah, I think the SMG magazines are currently sold out, though. If we're talking about the 5PC. Oh, wait, no. Well, the mags are still available. Alrighty, then. I think they are. I think we might have gotten a few more. I'd have to double check. But yeah, this is the 5PC magazine for it. There you go. There you go, boyo. Alright, scrolling up. Most stock hop-ups can take up to a 2.8. For indoor, you'd keep it with 2.0s and 2.5s. Yeah, there was also a limitation, too. A lot of indoor fields will have a limit to how heavy of a BB you could actually use. I mean, it makes sense. You're in close proximity to each other. Especially if you're playing like N1. There's no minimum engagement distance whatsoever. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be that asshole that shoots someone point blank with a 4.0 BB. That's just not cool, man. Tristan, anybody seen any Blue Tracer BBs for sale? I have seen them. Before. But they also apparently, I think it was HPA, a high power airsoft that had that brand specifically had Blue Tracer BBs, but they sucked. They just absolutely sucked. They weren't bright at all. You could barely see them in like pitch darkness. It just wasn't good. It just was not good. Do you think that newer players are comparing their skills to airsoft? New skills to Airsoft to more veteran, aggressive players and feel defeated, thinking on why they would jump in and jump out so quickly. More than likely, that's definitely a contributing factor for sure. I feel very positive in saying that they'll compare themselves to how like some of the more experienced players do, and they're like, because I see it all the time, right? They'll spend all the money for it, like, oh, I want the same gun, I want the same kit. They'll see how built out their Toki Maruis are, and they're like, and of course, right, there's another thing that I do notice as well. There's a lot of incomplete or false information that gets disseminated on the airsoft fields. There's a lot of guys that love to recommend shit when they themselves don't know what the fuck they're talking about, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's something I'm going to call out a lot of players in the airsoft scene. maybe it's not intentional, but I do notice it, especially, and I'm gonna be honest, it's just me, from my personal experience in the SoCal area scene specifically. There's a lot more of that going on in the indoor scene than there is on the outdoor scene. Trust me, I've heard some bullshit on the outdoor fields as well. Believe me, I have. And I will usually try to talk to person. Whenever I hear someone get that information, I'll usually try to call that same person over that got that info and be like, hey, man, look, what you heard right there, I wouldn't normally trust it. And I'll usually tell them, like, hey, if you want more info, check out our YouTube channel. You can call us biased if you want, but there's a lot more to it than just this. It's a lot more nuance than just going with these broad. People like to go in and paint very broad brushstrokes when it comes to the information that they dispel out there, right? Like, I've had people come in and saying, like, well, I heard this info from, this guy at the field, at the indoor field, and I'm like, well, he can also be wrong too. You know what I mean? Like, you might have this experience thus far, but there's a reason for that. It's because X, Y, and Z. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's more nuanced than just, oh, this is good, this is bad, right? It's way more than just that. It's way more than just that, right? Or some people only go off of information that they, and again, becomes a never-ending cycle that it's up to someone else or themselves to have to break, right? To have to really do more research. That's one thing I'm always trying to tell people: do more research on your things that if you're gonna spend money on anything, do research on it, right? That's like the biggest piece of advice I can give to someone is do your research, do your due diligence. Obviously we encourage you guys to check out all of our content, but even then, we tell people all the time, even in store, feel free to take what we say with a grain of salt. We would rather you feel more confident in your buying purchase and in your collective knowledge as a whole, because you've gone out and done the homework. We don't want to pressure you to buy anything if you don't feel 100% on it. You can if you want to, but again, that's entirely up to you. We just want to give you as much information as we possibly can. And make you feel good about what it is that you're going to buy, right? And let you know exactly what your expectations of the thing that you buy should be, right? There are so many people that come into the shop and they want this, and I ask them why, and they're like, oh, I don't know, right? Or same thing with upgrade parts. They're like, oh, I want this build list, and it's like, okay, you're spending, close to like $800 on all this stuff. This is your first gun. Are you sure you want to do this? And when I ask them, okay, do you know what this part does? And they have no idea. Now, granted, it's still their prerogative what they do with their money. I can't tell them what to do and what they can't do, obviously, and we're not gonna. But with that being said, the minute that I tell them, like, and give them the lowdown of, like, hey, what's actually what, they usually are like, oh, man, I could have spent, like, way more money. Thank you for, I've had people tell me, thank you for saving me money, and actually give me something that I'm actually going to use, right? Because they had no idea what any of this stuff was. They were just buying it because somebody else had it and told them to buy it because this is the only way that they could be good. Which is fucking terrible advice. Just terrible advice. If you know anybody that does that, tell them to stop with that bullshit. Seriously, it makes things so much harder in the long run. And it actually does a lot worse than any sort of good, right? Because now players have this expectation that if they spend all this money on these top-end, high-end stuff, that automatically makes them a good player. And next thing you know, they suck still. They still can't get any kills. They're discouraged entirely. And they're like, man, I spent all this money. I can't spend any more. Like, I'm just out of here. I'm out, right? And then they sell all this stuff. You can look on HopUp and see how many HPA projects are abandoned because people are like, man, I just can't do it anymore. They can't dump any more money into it. It's terrible. But another question that I saw earlier. Use the two as my shotguns. I saw there was another one up. Okay, no, I guess we should be caught up on all of those. Yeah. Okay, we're completely caught up, guys. We got 37 minutes left before we close out. Remember to get those orders in right now. You're going to want to make sure that you get those $50 or greater orders in so you can take advantage of the promotion going on. I'll leave a link to the live stream giveaway rules so you can check that out for yourselves. Again, if you have forgotten about that. But what I don't want you to forget is going to be this Mayo Gang mystery box, which is live right now on the site. We're having more people order it. You can order it as well. It's only 175 boxes in total. This went live last Friday, so already we've been selling quite a bit. You're going to want to make sure that you get yours now while you can. There is a limited prize list, like I was saying, but this prize is still fucking fantastic, man. And these prizes that we're shipping out are absolutely freaking nuts. I encourage you to check out this prize list for yourself. It's absolutely freaking nuts. And there are still plenty of discounts as well, which you can take advantage of on the site right now. And if whatever you are looking for is not discounted, use coupon code 2025 at checkout so you save up to 10% off your purchase. Do not miss out. Get those orders in. Time is of the essence here. All right. I'm scrolling down those recent comments and questions. There we go. It's better to buy once than twice, so just get something decent for 250 to 350 and monitor bin, a little killer gun. People forget how easily modifiable these guns can be. You can. I mean, it also depends too. Some people just really want to get like mystery boxes and just let it and just let fate decide for them, which is totally valid. Or some people, and you're right though, there are a lot of people that forget or just don't really realize that whatever gun you currently start with, even if it's less than $200, dude, I have seen some crazy builds off of like the old school G&G comp machines. We all know that you can make those things like pretty damn good. Same thing with the Lancer Tactical Gen 2s, Lancer Tactical Gen 3s, right? Any lower tier airsoft gun in general, has the potential to be better for sure. That goes for most airsoft guns, so long as there is an aftermarket scene for it. I regret not having a personal space for all my stuff. Why? What happened? What happened there? Is the well-fired say good enough for quick draw plinker? Let me see here. What are we looking at here? 67969. What are we looking at here? Prime Tech. What the hell? Oh, this thing. CO2 compartment. You know what? Why not? I mean, it's old as fuck, but sure. Why not? Why the hell not, Prime Tech? For a quick draw, if you were trying to duel somebody, you weren't going to be really, like, pouring rounds down this thing. Sure. I could see it. Yeah, absolutely zero buyer's regret. I regret nothing, brother. This shit is sick. Absolutely, dog. Absolutely. Jacob Foltz, what's a good version 2 gearbox to get as a replacement? Got a couple M4s that need some love. I mean, pretty much most. It's not so much like the gearbox itself. It's more so what you're putting into it, right? And more so the parts that you're putting into it. Really, at the end of the day, I will tell her Isaias made me do a what the fuck. Oh my god, that is so fucking hilarious. What Isaias made me do. What did I make you do? I didn't make you do shit, dog. I didn't make you do anything. Alright, guys, gotta head out. Night Mayo Gang. Hey, Rev562, have yourself a wonderful night, dog. And that goes for anybody as well. If you are finding yourself leaving the stream, make sure to go ahead and give a like before you leave. It does the algorithm wonders. Again, we are going to be leaving, or closing rather, in about 30 minutes, so make sure to go ahead and get those orders in before it's too late. Man, I could have saved that money for something else, bruh. Hey, you know what? This is going to bring you joy, right? You cannot put a price on the joy that you experience from this. Snipworks. Hi, SFGI. This is my first time watching you guys stream. Welcome. Happy to have you here as well. But I have a question. Is the Arcturus Sword PE FE Mod 1 good? Yes. Yes, it is. I haven't really heard of issues about that, about the Mock Bolt. Not really. I haven't experienced that myself, Snipworks. We've been selling those for quite a while. I like the FEs quite a bit. I think the performance is very fucking good. It's very, very good. Unfortunately, the FEs kind of went under the wayside in terms of the attention that they got. It's only now that they're starting to get a little bit more eyes on them. But the FEs came out at a time when people were still hyped up on the PE models when they come with the Parents. But the FEs, I'll be honest, man. The FEs were literally, because we've talked to the guys at Arcturus, were built for trigger response. And my God, do they accomplish that? The fucking FE E2 is fucking great. It is absolutely fucking fantastic. No problems on my end with that. Ruben, I see you getting the shits. Okay, go to work. Will Bigio 505, or is that Big Joe 505? I can't really read from here. But question was, will BB Wars ever get back to Texas? That's a very good question. Remember, guys, if you have any airsoft related questions or questions in general, make sure to go in and put the letter Q in front of the question so it's a lot easier for me to spot and identify. But that is a good question. It's not really going to be up to me. The biggest difficulty with hosting an event obviously is making sure that all parties are, as I have learned through my experiences as trying to host the last PP Wars, it is very difficult, more so than it looks, to get everyone on the same page with how businesses are going to be run, right? How things are going to be operated, how things are going to be handled, right? It's very difficult to get everyone on the same page. Even if you think you got it down, trust me, there can always be something that goes wrong. But with that being said, I think it will be back to Texas at some point or another. I just don't foresee it happening in the immediate future, just because it's so much harder now to moderate. We have to have such a big eye on what happens in terms of Airsoft GI events due to past events that have occurred, because things can go awry at any point or another, as I have found out in previous event planning things. So it's going to be very difficult to moderate anything that goes on in Texas. Even if myself is out there and Cisco are out there, it's going to be very hard to do that, man. It was calling me. I just clicked purchase. The dopamine is nuts right now. Hey, Krieg. Hey, you know what? I appreciate you guys. Everyone that's placing their orders right now, seriously, you guys are doing a fantastic job at supporting the channel. Remember, that's the most direct way to support the channel as a whole. It continues, or helps continue, keep the lights on, the cameras rolling, and the live streams going. Right? That's what does it, man. That's what absolutely does it. Keelage, I bought a HKMP 5K. What type of battery should I use that will fit in the battery system? Oof, that's going to be a tough one. I would recommend going with, because it's going to be, if I remember correctly, those are above the gearbox. If I'm not mistaken, use like an 11, here. Hold on, almost, there we go. Now, as far as the battery, I would say shape that you can go with. I would say my personal favorite is this guy. Right, something like this. This is like about to be one of the thinnest 11 ones ever. It's just long enough to fit. That MP5, if I'm not mistaken, depending on the one you get though, may or may not be wired to Dean's or small to Mia, so just double check that, right? But this is the size that you would typically want to go with, because the K's, if I'm not mistaken, the battery compartment is going to be right above the gearbox, so that would probably be your best, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong on that, but I'm like fairly confident. I guess it also depends on who the OEM for that MP5 actually is, right? Because that really changes things. I work 16th. I'm off the phone. Calling sick. That's funny, dude. That's fucking funny. I mean, yeah, you could do that, right? You could just be like, bro, like calling work. You got to do the. I think I got the black lung pop. Right, and just do that. Should call, I guess. I don't know. I'm not encouraging you. I'm not endorsing that. I'm just saying you could do it. I hope and pray and cross every limb the Airsoft gods bless me with something dope. You know what? Let the Airsoft gods do their thing. You might very well get lucky, bro. And that goes for literally anyone, too. Oh, did you do something bad? What is this? I'm gonna be honest. If I was a kid and my first experience to speed is to speed stuff, I'm not sure if I'd want to play. It is high intensity and fast burnout. That's true. The burnout, that's like I'm saying, the turnover rate, right? The burnout that indoor airsoft players feel, especially if they're really trying to get into the competitive scene, it's tough. It's high, dude. It's really, really high. And I feel bad because I want to encourage people to keep trying. I want to encourage people to keep investing into it. But I understand why at a certain point some people just like, you know what, I'm not having fun doing this. That's why, for me personally, I also really like outdoor, because even if you're not good, you can always find something else to do. You know what I mean? You could be the guy that shows up with a bolt action sniper. You show up with a bolt action, odds are you're not going to be, I'm going to be real. This is on some real shit. You're probably not going to be that much of an asset to your team. I'm just being real. You're probably not. But that's okay. That is okay. We're not in this to win. If you find yourself going to casual games and you just want to like be super competitive, don't do that, man. You're ruining the fun for everybody else. Go play at an indoor field. You know, maybe, you know, you'll be able to sharpen your skills there if you really want to, right? But if you find yourself having to go to outdoor fields in casual settings to get like rack up your kill count and everything, I don't know. I just think that there's something like weak about that. You know what I mean? That's like you're like, again, you have more experience and you're trying to play up against kindergartners. You know what I mean? Like in terms of like playing basketball or something, or like any type of sport. Like, why would you do that? You know, like that just seems kind of weird. Ever made a legit handmade ghillie suit? No, I have never done that. Cutting out the BDUs and gluing the netting on. I might have to make one now. Honestly, Retro, it does sound cool though. It does really sound fun. Adrian Brown, what's up, Adrian? My mag release button came unscrewed on my Lancer Gen 4, and my shit fell apart during a game. For the more, we might be able to actually supply you with replacement parts, Adrian. But make sure to go ahead and DM us, Instagram, face. I would say probably the best bet would be Instagram or our Discord server, or you can email us. You can use the live chat function on the website from our regular visiting operating hours from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can try giving us a call as well. Just bear in mind the phone lines do get very busy. So I would recommend probably emailing or DMing on our Discord server or Instagram with your order number so we can help you out. But more than likely, we'd be able to go ahead and supply you with a replacement part. Tristan, there are so many large buildings not being used near me. I have a dream of opening a large indoor field one day, but I'm not sure how to do so. Honestly, Tristan, that is the origin story for so many field owners. You can do it, man. If you really put your all into it, I thoroughly believe that you can do it. And you would be doing your community a great service by doing that. You're literally turning something or turning nothing into something at that point, you know? You're stimulating the economy, the local economy, you know? Because at that point, you're bringing in people that might not have otherwise been in your area, right? I'm just saying, it could work. You could do it. Do I get the entries automatically when I make a... Yes. Yes, you do. You get the automatic entries. Anything $20 or more, you automatically have a shot at winning. But again, during the duration of the live streams, I like to throw in the promotions to help increase your odds. So every $50 gets you 2 entries, so you can do the math there. Is there any way to at all to stick a Wolverine engine that goes into a middleweight to fit into the featherweight? Like, it looks probably not, but I had to ask. I'm gonna say yes. Maybe. I don't know for sure, though. DM us and I can double check. Imagine hitting the field in a dapper suit. Dude, people have... I've seen it, RB dealers. I've seen it. No, I've seen... what's the name of that one operator from Rainbow Six Siege? Oh, fuck. What's his name? The dude in the, like, bespoke suit and everything. I think he's supposed to be, like, former Secret Service or something. That guy. With the glasses. You know the one. You know the one I'm talking about. People have shown up cosplaying as him, dude, like, to a field. That shit's nuts. I want to do that sometimes, where I just want to show up in, like, a full-on suit, right? But then wear, like, a plate carrier on top of it and, like, operate. Like, dude, that'd be kind of hot. I'm not going to lie. That'd be, like, freaking sick. Right? Real nice suit. Shows up, like, plate carrier right on top. Multicam black and black gear, everything. That's pretty cool, man. I'm not going to lie. That's actually really fucking cool. Maybe not even, like, you can take away the, like, the jacket too. Just, like, the nice button-up tie, right? The nice dress-up pants. That'd be kind of hot. That'd be kind of sweet. Imagine Snub Nose as some mafia gangster. True. Or Dick Tracy. Dude, I got that reference. I actually know who Dick Tracy is. I got that one. Mention the stone revolver like a detective. Piece made me imagine you in a trench coat asking for a crooked Jimmy. Mike the Spike. Hey, yo. Wait, where Mike the Spike at on the night of the murder? Thoughts on G&G green bucking? That was a solid bucking, man. I think to this day it still actually performs fairly well. For me personally, I think there are better buckings now that you can get, but I know that there is still a very big following and fan base for the OG G&G green bucking. I think it's still a solid bucking to this day. For most people's needs, yeah, I think it gets the job done. Absolutely. I will not say anything negative about that green bucking, because that got many players, their start, and has served many players very, very well. All right, scrolling through. Brewer, do you wear what the fuck? Why? See, this would be considered sexual harassment. What the fuck, dude? What the actual hell? I'm not answering that one. What the fuck? I will do a video with this box for sure. Gotcha. I want to see those unboxings, man. I want to see people doing unboxing videos when they get their mystery boxes in. And then tag us and then send it to us. If you're on the Discord server, tag the main GI account so we can share that shit around. I want to share stuff around. I want to let people know that they too can win some really dope prizes. What the fuck, RPG? No. How about no? Let's see here. What I saw, there's a few more. So I expect 10-ish days, including packing and processing. 6-7 business days. I mean, it depends on where you are, right? But generally, for mystery boxes, yeah, that sounds about right. ZB Hardcase. What's going on, ZB Hardcase? On the subject of batteries, I have the EMG SGR-12 shotgun. I keep getting told to run 11 on batteries, but some say not to. Just run 7.4 due the internals being 7.4 due the internals being to handle the output. Okay. For the EMG. Oh, that quality. I'll be honest, I would probably stick to 7.4. Like, you could use 11.1, but I would say 7.4 just in case. Again, 7.4 will definitely be a little bit more sluggish and be a little on the trigger and definitely not yield as fast a rate of fire. But if the gun's made well enough, believe it or not, you can actually do still a good job with this M4. The 11-1s, depending on what the internals are on that one, because I don't know for 100% fact, I am wary. The minute I see EMG, I'm like, okay, it can either be pretty decent or it can be kind of bad. That's my experience having to repair a lot of those. For the SRGR-12 shotgun specifically, I'm not too sure. But for me, I would probably stick with the 7.4 just to play it safe. It's safe enough to use in pretty much any airsoft gun. But again, use that with your own discretion, ZB Hardcase. Yeah, increase that generational debt. What the fuck? I think that's why I enjoy indoor plans. I like pushing myself for the game. That's true. That's absolutely true. If you really like to push yourself, then there is something to be said about indoor as well. And there are plenty of skills that you can learn from playing indoors. And I encourage people to do it more often in general, right? Like if you've never played an indoor field, you are missing some stuff. And I think you can learn a few things. I'm scared to know the total. Fuck it, you only live once. Bro, that's hilarious. But again, guys, like I was saying, any business you do, even if you just buy BBs from us, like it's gonna be greatly appreciated. Seriously, like again, I would not be here, would not have the life that I do if it weren't for you guys. And I never want any of you guys to ever forget that you've been able to help provide, you know, like literally, like but even if it's indirectly or directly, however you want to look at it, you guys have also helped me literally provide for my family that I want to start, my little mini family that I have, you know, with my dog, my fur baby, and of course my fiance as well, soon to be wife next year, which I'm very much excited for that wedding. Very much excited for that wedding. Creek, how do I track your order? Right now, you should be issued an order number. You can also check your order number on your account. If you create a full-time account with us at Airsoft GI, you will be notified via email when the status changes, when it ships out. It does take some time for the order to actually ship out. Like we were saying, you know, it does take a few days processing times. Gonna run dual Cthulhu's. Do it, Tristan. Do it. I want to see that shit. Okay, my fingers crossed that I get an AG in my Mayo Gang mystery box. Hint, hint, if it hasn't shipped. I don't know, actually. I actually genuinely don't know. SoCal Veteran, I'm going to be real. I don't know your real name, so I don't know. Don't give your real full name out there, by the way. Don't give your full name out there. You shouldn't. No one should have that information. But again, I don't know. But if it shipped out earlier today, if it was part of that batch that I saw that got shipped out, you're going to be very fucking happy with what you get. Why would you pay for standard shit when you get free ship? That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. You get free shit with the mystery box, brother. Purchasing one of the person boxes, but I'm not sure what kind of stuff to expect in them. Order mine, Dank Psych, Psyduck, because I love to give out more unique, more eclectic items. Really, really cool stuff as well. Retro stuff as well on there. Like I'm just saying, I like my mystery box the best. I'm just saying, my mystery box, in my humble opinion, is probably the best. Yeah, the FEV2 is badass on my Arcturus SBR, and I'm right there with HPA dudes on semi. That's what I'm saying, man. Like the FEETU was built first and foremost for trigger response and affordability, while still maintaining a high level of quality. They did a really good job with the FEs, and I'm sad that it took so long for the hype for the FEs to build up to this point. You know, it took so long for the FEs to gain popularity because, again, the PEs were just so freaking, like, hyped up that people forgot about the FEs entirely. Isaias slapped me in the head and grabbed my hands and made me buy now a Mayo Gang box. I did no such thing, DJ. I did no such thing. You did that on your own accord. You know what I mean? I'm glad I steered you in the right direction, but I did no such thing, my friend. I feel like I'm the devil right now. I'm trying to like seduce the audience to like into buying the mystery box, right? Like I'm the serpent that tempted Eve with the fruit. Keeps going on. Joy seems to cost. You can't put a price on Joy. Joy seems to cost $208. Thank you. It seems to cost $200. That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. Yes, you can put a price on Happy. Apparently, the price is $200 US exactly. And don't you forget it, dude. Oh my god, that's funny as fuck, dude. Would you plan to stock more parts and mags for the MWS MWS Gats? Recently ordered a couple mags from a neighboring country, and I gotta wait for some time for them to get to me. Yeah, why'd you order the mags from there though? We have mags. I mean, I guess if you're talking about like the actual OEM brand, right? But I mean, we have We have the magazines for them. Freaking where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where they at? 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 Oh no! Did we sell? Oh wait, no, we didn't. We have mags. We have the P mags for them. These were great. Like I've tested them out already. Like they were freaking fantastic. The first batch we had was like pretty tight, but the second batch that we got in ever since, much more, or I guess less tight. How would I phrase it? It's not as tight, so it's actually a lot easier to insert and also take out. But it's not gonna like immediately drop either, which is nice, which is the way I want it. Oh, that tea is not sweet. Oh, it's unsweet nice tea. Okay. Oh, I was fully expecting like a nice sweet tea, and then I took a sip and I was like, oh. You know what? It's cold. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jess. I love you. I should just got back from work. Whispers in Prime Tech's ear. Oh, that's funny. I'm looking for a long-range AG, and I'd like it to be sort of a project gun. Got any recommendations? Hey, Battle Axe, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Battle Axe. I misspelled it. Hold on. Battle Axe. There we go. Here we are. I would recommend any one of these. They're cheap. Oh my god, that one is $198. What the fuck? What the hell? Dude, do that one. This one. Do this one, brother. Yeah. The ETU that, like, it's OEM by A&K, but the ETU that they get out the box is actually really good. It's actually really, really solid, and it has a lot of upgrade potential as well. I would recommend that one in a heartbeat. Magazines are also available as well. The PTS mags should fit that. It's going to be a little tight, a little snug, if you will, but it should work. I have a bad obsession with mystery boxes. This is my first one through GI, but I may have spent well over 5K on just mystery box over my life. Damn. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. But you know what? Hey, well spent, though. One spent. Write your order number down. So that as well. Make sure I'm missing anything. Okay, I'm better. It's better to buy. Okay, yeah, so that one's well. All right, scrolling down most recent comment question because there's gonna be a few more. There we go. There we go. I have that battle. yeah, you have that one. Dan, I never had a bad experience. Okay, but it has a reputation. Man, Brewer, I fucking wish I lived close by. I cry every time y'all plan to get together. That's what I mean, man. I would love to fucking like play with you. I love to play with Crazy J. I want to do the freaking what is it, Shadowlands event, dude. You know how long I've been wanting to do that Shadowlands event with Cutter. I've been wanting to do it for so freaking long. Crazy J, dude, and Squirrely. Like, I fucking want to do it so bad, man. I really, really fucking do. But like, it's hard to get the time off. One, for travel, and then coming back, right? Because not just, oh, I made it. Two, how am I gonna get home, right? Recently moved to OC, so I haven't checked out any fields here. Hey, Danzang, what's up, man? But yeah, man, if you ever want to pull through and just play, if you're like new to the area, feel free, man. August 16th, we're all heading out to Jungle Island Paintball, otherwise known as Wildlands. You're more than welcome to pull through, dog. What do you think of wearing hockey jerseys for Airsoft? I mean, I wouldn't see why not. I mean, just like wearing any other jersey. I mean, maybe a little bit more flowy or like long or like loose fitting. So I would be comfortable. It would be comfortable. But I mean, I personally wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but I wouldn't say no to it either. Isaias just agreed you're going to give me a joke. Yes, I am the snake in the garden. I am the bringer of temptation and a bringer of all vices in men. Sure, why not? I'll take the blame for you on this one, DJ. Michael is my first name. Sweet. Keep track of it. Have you ever tried 3D printing grenade launchers? Lots of fun, man. I've never tried 3D printing one. I've had some where like we've had like grenade launchers that were upgraded through a tech that I knew through the use of 3D parts and components that he made. It was pretty fucking wild, the stuff that we were able to make off of this, dude. It was so funny. We've made some pretty crazy creations through it, and I've got to try it out, and holy shit. Yeah, there are fairly newer rules for grenade launchers and launchers in general for Milsom West, and that's kind of more or less thanks to your boys, Team TFA, baby, pushing the limits of what technology can do, and unfortunately creating a situation where someone almost got hurt. In all seriousness, what had happened was we were upgrading some grenade launchers that we had. These were single shot. We actually were using the smaller HPA tanks to power them. Right, so we had a few of those tanks that we'd fill up prior, because the tanks themselves, we got them for pretty cheap. Right, I think how long, like they're pretty thin and long, giggity. But we'd bring a few of those with us, fill them up. So I think we would get like maybe 3 shots per, or maybe 2 shots per. It would be, they'd launch so far, dude. It was crazy. We'd launch across the map, and they would hit with some force. Now during a Milsom West event, we brought them and they were fine. We showed them off to Cadre, and they were like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." The second event that we brought them to, because now at this point we had 3 on our team. We had 3 on our team because we had a lot of guys with us. So we had grenadiers for every like sort of for every like team, because it's obviously squad and then it's divided into teams. We had 3 teams, and we had a grenadier on each one, if I remember correctly. Yes. And oh my god, it was scary what we could do with that. As soon as Rust 4, because you're playing as NATO at the time, as soon as Rust 4 would get close to our PB, we would just start launching, right, some rounds off. And unfortunately, one guy got a little close to where one of the rounds hit. Now, we were playing at George Air Force Base, so it's a lot of urban fighting, right? It hit fairly close to where he was, and it actually broke through the wall. It made a hole through it, like, and then one of the cadres started freaking out about it, like, what the fuck, right? And here's the thing, we were not aiming for a person at all, and thankfully, thank God, it didn't hit anybody. But I mean, I could see how that might hurt someone quite a bit if you're very close to. It's not like we were trying to. It just, it could happen. I see what Cadre was talking about, right? So he was freaking out. And then there was other players on our team that were not our specific team, but just NATO in general, that were like, arguing with him, being like, hey, you should allow it. It doesn't matter. And they got ejected from the game because they were arguing and they got kicked out. It was a whole thing. It was a whole mess. Ended up like we having to cause a ceasefire during the game itself, which kind of sucked. But whatever, it happens, right? We even told the cadre, like, after, it's like, hey, man, we are sorry. We were not trying to aim at anyone. We're not trying to cause problems. He's like, no, dude, you're good. I may have flown off the handle a little bit there, but I just worry about other people's safety, so we just we can't really allow them anymore. So we're like, damn it. Damn it all, man. Our fire superiority is gone, man. We were basically just carrying around, like, long-range fucking mortars, dude. It was nuts. It was so fucking cool, but it was so short-lived. Our dreams of being a mortar team were crushed, unfortunately. But you know what? It was still fun while we had the chance, dude. Scrolling up. Thanks for getting to my CB build. I'm making an M4 mag adapter to the trace unit for. Hey, that sounds pretty fucking sweet. And with consistency as well. Do the fields in SoCo chrono by FPS or by joules? Both. Most of them will still do FPS, but I know SC Village is doing joules. SC Village is doing joules right now. Into that one as well. Spinner runs command with no pen. What the fuck? When will your store carry the SRC CO2 Glock 19 Gen 5 magazines? I know we have the 17, but I'm not too sure actually. Let's see here, Glock 19. Unless we already do. Let me see. Yeah, no, not yet. Okay. Probably very soon. Probably very, very soon. We just haven't had a chance to get them in yet. We're still waiting for our distributor to get them. Okay, should be all caught up. Guys, we got 7 more minutes left. We got 7 minutes before we close out tonight's stream. Make sure to go ahead and get your orders in, so that way you can maximize your potential of winning this Thursday's live stream giveaway. Every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries. And remember, place them orders for the Mayo Gang mystery box. Comes included with free UPS ground shipping and an insane prize list of prizes you could potentially win. Do not miss out. Every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries. And that includes mystery box orders too. That's gross. With my sweetness and my sweet tea. See, looking to get a green gas sidearm. Do you have any recommendations for around $100? If you're Cookie God, if you're really tight on the budget for that, for a pistol, 1 second. I'm gonna get you one that I would say is actually not bad. It'll take me a second to grab it though. I mean, it would still end up being a high kappa, maybe even a 1911 as well. Yeah. As soon as the freaking internet goes, what the frick? Come on, don't die out on me now. We're so close to ending the stream. Don't die out on me now. All right, there we go. Scrolling. That face you make after drinking a LaCroix. No! The face I make after drinking a LaCroix is one of pure bliss and happiness. Alright? LaCroix are life, bro. I don't want to hear it. I'm a LaCroix boy all the way through. I will accept no LaCroix freaking hatred in this chat, bro. 1 second. I'm going to find it right now. Where the frick is it? That's why I misfucking spelled it. How do I keep misspelling it? There we go. All right. Let's see. For $100 or less, your options are going to be limited. I won't lie. I cannot tell a lie. Thou are going to be limited in terms of the options you have available to you. But, where the frick is it? Where are you? Okay, 1911. I think they might all be 1911s at that point, which isn't bad. I want to see if we have a high kappa that could be around that price point as well. Where art thou? And I am so sorry. Okay. That one's I would say that one's literally exactly at that price point. Yeah, actually, wow, that works perfectly. This JG Golden Eagle high kappas again. Are these going to be like the most competitive high kappas out the box? No. Will they get the job done? Yes. And can they still be fully upgraded to the 9s? 100%. Use coupon code 2025 as well at checkout. You'll be able to get yourself 10% off as well. I'm just saying that's another way you can go ahead and save. But yeah, I would say something like that as a sidearm works perfectly. You know, especially at that if you were on that budget. And it still has plenty of upgrade potential at that point. Someone needs to bring a 40mm designed to shoot foam rockets at range. That's what I'm saying. At range is a tricky part, right? Because you can get some that shoot foam rockets. I think freaking when you see Victor again at Wildlands, his is actually going to be able to do that. His is actually going to be able to do it, which I'm very much looking forward to. Do they make a CO2 wall through PDP? For the I think yeah, VFC did a PDP not too long ago. I don't think we carry it yet though. Not yet. I just have to say that CO2 Baba Yaga 2 is so much fun on the field. It makes people's head turn with the pop. Dude, that Baba Yaga 2, I know when it's you shooting because that shit is loud. Shit is freaking loud. It cracks crazy. I love that shit. SKU 23809. 23809. Will also fit. Yes, it should. It should. It should. I'm looking at them. Yes, that should still fit. I'm sure you probably have experience with that, Darwin's Arbiter, right? But yeah, I'm more than willing to bet that more than likely should. Make sure that it depends what they made. For everyone, what do y'all think of the new Stingray products? Do you think that'll change Boom Boom category over time or just more overpriced gimmicks? I'm leaning towards the latter, but again, only time will tell. Wildlands does them Saturday nights. That's submission. Yeah, submission every Saturday. Yeah, they typically do them quite often, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how many they've done so far, but I do remember that they do. They do night games pretty often. I'm just scared to go because that's when people like with actual night vision pull through. You know what I mean? Like I am boned if I do a night game there. I was just pulling your third leg. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. She loves me. She said, as long as my necessities are taken care of, and I still need to straighten out storage, or I have sell it or give away. That's fair. Again, as long as your partner's supporting you, man, she's a keeper, man. She's a keeper. Yeah, this village has a reputation, and it isn't the best, but it does the job. True. So you're gonna green S item down as well. Don't let the steer you away. I played my first games there and had a blast every time. Been to Code Red yet? Okay, it's down as well. Dynasty Village is bad for your close field. Code Red, I think, a lot better. My better I've got pre-approved for a shit ton of cash flow through. I'm pretty sure I will be in Cali soon. Hey! He'll most likely be with me too, though. I'm pretty sure it's locked in. DJ, please tag everybody. Let us all know when you plan on coming down ahead of time, so we can all plan for it. We know when you'll be down. We'll all make sure that we are available for you to come through. We'll all make sure that we go out and play. It will be an event. It will be an absolute event. Maybe even then we can go ahead and have, if you're in town for some time, maybe we can even put together a little shindig. Maybe I don't mind doing it at my house again, hosting a little shindig for everybody. Or if we go to Brewers again, Brewer, I'm gonna volunteer your house too, because we hosted a barbecue there a while ago as well, before BB Wars. We'll host a little shindig together, maybe a little potluck of sort. That we can all hang out. You're more than welcome to bring your significant other as well. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We will figure something out so we can all hang out together, dude. It's gonna be an absolute blast, guys. It is 29. We got a few seconds left before the stream closes. Guys, it has been absolutely real. I had a blast during the stream. Again, I always enjoy hanging out with every single one of you guys. I always have fun doing this. I always really, really have fun with these. Make sure to go ahead and continue spreading the word about the giveaway going on this Thursday. It's going to be an absolute freaking wild card with what happens. We don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen. Are we going to stack to double the prize, or are we going to end up finding out a winner this week? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but share the word around as much as possible. Let people know that you can still get entered into the giveaway. And make sure everyone knows about the mystery box as well. It's our best mystery box yet. Literally the best mystery box in the airsoft industry. Full stop, period. Don't miss out on it. Guys, it's been absolutely real. Again, I appreciate every single one of you guys for pulling through during this stream. I appreciate every single one of you guys' support through orders, through likes on the live stream. If you want to continue doing that, make sure to continue to get all your airsoft goodies from Airsoft GI. It'll help keep the lights on, the cameras rolling, and these live streams going. Again, I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. I would not be here if it weren't for you guys. And have yourself a wonderful night. Take it easy.